Hey guys, this video I'm going to talk to you about how to use your personal gatestones. So you have your 1 and 2 personal gatestones and how to gate properly. And this video is targeted for people with low total level. Now basically I've started this video in the middle of this map here where there are some prime examples where it's quite good for people with low total to gate. Now which do you think are the best areas for someone with a low total to gate? That would be that one, and maybe these two, okay? But definitely that one. It's a key door. That's a key door as well. Why? Because short parts are the safest for low totals to gate, okay? Long parts, especially crit parts, should not be gated by people with low totals, and you have to be mindful of that. As soon as it's bonus, alright? Think that it's going to be your part if you're a personal gatestone. And the keyer who hopefully has enough knowledge to know that it's okay for you to take to gate something that is a short path will understand why you gated that, for example. So if a keyer says, for example, of an inexperienced keyer who's maxed says, oh yeah, I've gated this door right here, and he's not free gated for like this bigger path over here, he's doing the wrong thing. Okay, someone else should get this area and this area. Okay, someone with a low total in the floor. If there's no one that has a low total and everyone's maxed, then it doesn't matter, obviously. But when you have a low total on the floor, gate short parts. That is the main point that I'm trying to make. Gate short parts. Okay, or gate bonus parts key doors. Okay. Don't gate crit parts key doors that are going to be really, really long. Okay, so gating, this might be boss. Okay, it's giving me the feeling that it might be boss, and I'll talk about this feeling a little bit later on. But gating boss door is a good idea for someone with a low total. Okay, so here we have a split where we have a key door that's facing north in that direction, but we don't have the key for it. Should a person with low total level gate that? Absolutely not. If you have 5 people on the floor, right? With 5 people on the floor, and you've got a couple of max players, one of them should be gating that door because the path is probably just too big to be gated by someone with a low total level. And what's going to happen is that they might get stuck at some point. That's requires a skill level requirement, and therefore they'll have to move GT and cause lots of issues like that. Again, would low total gate this door, or these 2 doors? It's debatable about this one. I don't think it's going to go very far. But then if someone's got this gated, they might as well have this one covered as well, with their personal gatestone. There's no point in having one person getting that and another person getting that. As you can see here, this is actually a pretty long path. It's still continuing, so I wouldn't. If I was a low total level, I wouldn't be the sole person responsible for getting that path. Alright, so in this room here, you can see that there is something that got killed and it dropped a Proto-Mastix hide. So that's actually a low level resource in the dungeon, which means that we're actually on a bonus part. See how there are subtle things that I look for to find out whether it's bonus or crit. Alright, so in this floor, now we have a perfect example of who should gate this door right there. That's silver rectangle door, and it's probably going to be boss, and that's a really good gate for someone with low total to have, because it's all about opening the key door. There's no skill requirements or anything like that for you to open. So that's where a max person shouldn't gate, okay, and let a person with low total gate instead. And everyone else is sort of spread out here, which is nice because I've brought the GT there and I've made sure that they're all spread around in the right places. And this is the next most important path. That's the next biggest path that we need to worry about, which was green pent, as you can remember. And obviously, let's say we were to get green pent right now. Okay, if we were to get green pent right now, and that green pen person was low total level, and they gated that, they would have all that in their hands. Okay, it's too much of a responsibility for someone with low total. So it needs to be a max person who has gated that. As you can see in most maps, right, you don't really get an opportunity to gate a small part. If you're a low total, you don't get an opportunity to gate a small part straight away. Okay, and that's in about, I would say, 80% of maps. The other 20% of maps, you will get an obvious short path that you can gate, and it's safe to gate it. Okay, so I'll come up with another example for that too. Here we have a situation where we might have a small path. So this is a good one for someone to gate, purple shield. The reason is because this path here might sort of deviate and block this. It's very unlikely for this purple shield path to go around and curl around and extend into that part of the map out. It's very unlikely. Okay, so it's a good gate for someone to have purple shield. Sometimes you have to anticipate what is going to be a short path and gate that accordingly. So purple shield is a really good one for someone with a low total. Unfortunately, I disconnected in the floor, guys, and you can see that purple shield led to a dead end in the map. So like I sort of expected, this path did sort of curl around and block it off, and therefore it's a very worthy gate for someone with a low total level. It led to boss. So when the right time comes, they can always move GT to boss. Alright guys, so in this particular floor, there was a Runecrafting XP door right here, which gave 445 XP, which means that it's bonus, and beyond that I found gold triangle key. So if gold triangle key path comes on later on in the floor, that's actually a safe path for someone with a low total to take. Why? Because it's a bonus path. Bonus paths always, well not always, but tend to 90% of the time have very low skill requiring doors. So it depends on how low your total is though. Oh, here we go. So gold tries right there, and that's not going to go very far. And anyone who's bonus can take this path, and watch how it's not going to go very far. Dead end. Okay, dead end. So I see how I knew that before I even went into the room. And we're a bit further into the floor, and you can see how blue try is gated. Is a good gate for someone with low total level. Now the thing about gating, see, you don't really know that this is a short path until you open a few more doors, right? That's the question you might be asking. So, I mean, if this is a short path after this one sort of decides to curl around and fill it up or something, like this is a short path, for example, because this one sort of fills up that area. How do you know? Like, only after the doors have been opened, right? Well, you just don't. The only thing that you can do is make sure that 2 or 3 people gate, doors like these, okay? Because amongst 5 people, you can potentially have about 10 gates. Whoever has the higher total can then break that gate for something that's more important. So, for example, high totals should be gating parts like that, and over here as well, and that one too. Low totals can gate around here. Okay, so it's very important. I'll stress the point again. Low totals gate short paths, or if it can't be helped, if it's a long path, then it has to be a bonus path. That's all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video about gating. Thanks for watching.